What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be testing out different stretched resolutions. We're basically going to see which resolution gives you the highest FPS. Now you guys will know that when you go into your settings here, you do get three options right off the bat. I'm using stretched resolution, but you'll see three options here. I got 1680 by 1050, 1440 by 900, and 1280 by 800. And we should see a pretty noticeable difference, so we're literally just going to jump in and first look at the FPS difference. Now it will be different based on just what systems you're running, what FPS gains that you guys get. We're going to be comparing it off my system, which I am running a GTX 1070, so let's go ahead and hop in. Alright, we're going to stay in the same spot while we do this test, that way it doesn't change anything. So first off, here on the first resolution, we're getting about 200 to 250 from what it shows here, so I guess the goal is just to try to beat that with some of the other resolutions we get. I'm getting huge FPS drops, by the way, not sure why. So we are now at 1440 by 900, and as you can see, it hasn't really changed. We're still at about 200 to 240 now. Actually, our FPS went down a bit, which is interesting. Now we're going to test out the very last resolution. So we're now rolling 1280 by 800, the lowest resolution in HD, and with this one, it is still about the same. 200 to 250. Maybe it's gone up a little bit, but for the most part it's not really very noticeable at all. Very negligible difference there in FPS. So I mean, at this point I don't really see a reason for switching to a lower resolution. Seems to be that the same FPS is gained simply by holding whatever the highest resolution you have, which in this case is just regular 1080p. So your 1920 by 1080p, if you're on non-stretched resolution, is your best native resolution. You guys can test this out as well. If you guys find any differences, let me know. I just thought this would be an interesting point where a lot of people say you should drop down your resolution in order to get the lowest FPS possible. I'm not really showing that. And now, just to take this one step further, I did switch over to windowed full screen, and you will notice there is actually a decrease in FPS. So it is absolutely worth noting that full screen instead of just windowed full screen is absolutely the way to go, as I'm losing about 20 to 30 FPS on this lower resolution, well, on the windowed full screen. So if ever applicable, you guys should always roll on full screen because you're going to actually get a huge FPS gain. Now I would also like to mention that dropping down your 3D resolution does boost your FPS quite a lot. I'm now getting a low of 230 and a high of 280. And that's by dropping it down 30% in 3D resolution. Now the problem obviously with this is you're not going to be able to see as well. Things do clearly look less defined and a little bit more kind of blurry looking. But sometimes you might want to do that in order to just get the best FPS possible. Especially if you're on a lower end machine and you're not really getting the cap of the higher FPS that you need. It is absolutely worth noting that if you drop down that 3D resolution, does give you a huge FPS boost. And if you drop it down all the way just for fun here, we're now getting 260, yep, 260 to 330, but this is 1000% unplayable unless you're a hamster. You know, this would actually make for a really fun challenge video, winning a game on 25% resolution. This is just impossible to see anything. I bet there's people out there that could get a victory with it though. Wow, and it's even worse in the pregame lobby. That's nuts. But anyways, guys, I hope this video helped you guys out. If you guys have any other questions or you guys are seeing different answers to some of these things, let me know down below. But yeah, it was really fun just taking a look at these comparisons. As you know, like resolution, 3D resolution, all those can make a difference in your FPS. But as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out for now.